Welcome to the Mint Report, our wrap-up of the day's business news. Here are the top stories. Bennett and Coleman consider selling off UK acquisition. Delhi's population growth is at its lowest since 1931, and the markets begin the week in the green. Change could be in the airways. Media giant Bennett, Coleman and Company is looking at selling off British-based Virgin Radio holdings. Mint has learned it has hired investment banking firm Jefferies India to work on making the sale. Bennett and Coleman acquired Virgin Radio through a subsidiary back in June of 2008. The deal was worth £53.2 million, and Virgin Radio was then renamed Absolute Radio. Absolute's pre-tax loss in 2009 went up 60% to £4.3 million. Figure for 2010 are not available. In other news, population growth in India's capital has fallen over to its lowest since 1931. New census data shows Delhi's population grew 21% to 1.67 crores since 2001, and in the previous decade it shot up 47%. Part of the reason for this fall is simply the migration to suburbs. Areas like ranging from Gurgaon to Noida and Faridabad have seen their population surge, but the census report also concluded that the removal of slums over the last 10 years was a contributing factor. The initial figures also indicate slum populations have fallen, even though the definition of what constitutes a slum has been widened. Several slums in Delhi were raised in the mid-2000s and in the run-up to the Commonwealth Games. Also on Monday, the government is considering new laws to provide more security to surrogate mothers. A new draft bill will make it compulsory for parents to provide life insurance cover for the woman carrying the child. Since the identities of most surrogate mothers tend to be confidential, they have been denied such cover in the past. So far, one insurer, Max New York Life, has already teamed up with a surrogacy center to provide such life insurance services. And Indian shares rallied on Monday with the Sensex hitting its highest in almost 3 months. The index shot up 281 points to 19,702 and the Nifty rose 82 to wind up at 5,908. IT stocks rose partly in anticipation of strong earnings from Infosys. Tata Consultancy Services jumped 2.7% on the BSE to around 1,211 and the Infosys gained 2% by end of trade, while Wipro ended the day nearly 1% higher at about 480. Some banking stocks also fared well on expectations of credit growth. Shares of SBI went 1.58% on the BSE and ICICI Bank rose 1.51% to 1,119. Other significant winners include Hero Honda, which saw its stocks accelerate 1% to 618, and other auto company Maruti Suzuki went up 2% by the day's end to around 1,300. That's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.